So again, I'm going to be doing a reaction video again, and this time I'm reacting to the ENK of Pizza Salad of a video that he uploaded one day ago, and that was on the 18th, which was a Tuesday, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. So yeah, the video of this I'm gonna react to is called Little Caesars Pineapple Para Combo Pepsi Pineapple Review. So yeah, I'm gonna react to it. So before I am starting this reaction video, I want to get a disclaimer. If you do not like the content I make, the reaction videos, or any of the other stuff to my channel, if you don't like them, then don't want to go somewhere else. Because you're going to it. Yeah, me a view, and that's the damn truth one. That's the damn truth, and nothing but the truth. So yeah, it's not about Purdue. Let's get a video right now. Let's get it right now.
Well, it's most definitely going to be a thin crust summer over here at Little Caesars with their brand new promo just for summertime, guys. It's known as the Pineapple Pair-Up Combo, and of course the thin crust pizza is going to be in effect, but the main draw with this one is the all-new collabo between Pepsi. Feast your eyes on the Pepsi pineapple action. We're going to be going in on both of them here on the channel, so stay tuned because I'm ENK, and you're about to peep this out. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with ENK.
Stay frosty.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Yes, sir. The Pineapple Pair-Up Combo. Regardless of what you call it, I think I'm in for some pretty tasty Little Caesars action here right now, guys. So let me show you what I've got here. A very lovely situation of thin crust action with two main toppings. Let me break this one down for you before we get fully into it. All right, so what you're looking at here is their pretty standard thin crust pizza, and in this case it's going to be topped off with any two toppings of your choosing, and since it's a pineapple theme, of course I went with some pineapple, so what you're going to see there is plenty of sliced pineapple on this one, along with sausage, my all-time favorite.
I don't do pineapple on my pizza.
I gotta say, it looks fairly decent. This pizza's cut into squares for the most part, and it looks very satisfying. The crust itself, very, very thin on this one, guys, but hence the name, thin crust pizza. It's still looking pretty tasty regardless, a little bit more cracker-like, but I'm cool with that. And since you can't call this the Pineapple Pair-Up Combo without pairing up the other half, in this case we have the collabo between Pepsi and Little Caesars, an exclusive flavor called Pepsi Pineapple. Not seen since 2020, it's now officially nationwide across the country, guys. It features 16 ounces of pineapple-flavored Pepsi on the inside of this collector can, and I gotta say, guys, this is looking really cool. So yeah, it looks like Little Caesars didn't have to try too hard to get me over here to check out their latest promo, guys. And honestly, with pizza being one of my all-time favorite foods, if not the all-time favorite food, even though it's very difficult to film in the car because of the size of the boxes, and especially because the heat is over 100+ degrees outside of my car here right now, let's just say you're going to see me glistening throughout this review. I gotta say, I'm pretty glad I've got this Pepsi Pineapple to help me cool off just a bit. But of course, I want to go in on some thin crust action first. A very lovely combination of goodness here. So let me put this one on down, and we'll pull up a slice. And I gotta say, guys, a very nice slice indeed with this particular one. Take a look at that. Very, very nice.
Pineapple
almost cracker-like in terms of the crust on this one here. It's very, very thin, but a very decent amount of cheese. And of course, with the pineapple action and the sausage right there. Let me actually position one of the pineapples right here on the front, just so we can get a little bit of everything. And now let's give this a go. Let's kick off this Pineapple Pair-Up Combo action in style, thanks to Little Caesars' official hat that I was hooked up with when I went to pick up my promo. So guys, shout outs to the amazing crew over at the location on Lake Avenue in Pasadena, California. I totally appreciate the cap, very stylish. Let's peep this out. Little Caesars goodness. Yeah, pretty tasty goodness, guys. The crust is fairly crispy on the very bottom of this one here, but there's a very decent amount of cheese. And of course, with my favorite topping of choice, in this case, the sausage is coming through nicely. And the sweetness that I'm getting from the pineapple is really elevating it on top of the light sweetness that I'm getting from the sauce. A very lovely situation on this, guys. Very, very tasty. Let's go for a couple more quick bites on this. You know, as I'm getting further into this piece right now, I gotta say, guys, half the fun of having the pizza, naturally, of course, is eating it, but the other half for me is picking it up, because, guys, that pizza portal is a lot of fun to check out, as you're probably seeing on the screen here right now. Just popping in your code very quickly, and of course, your pizza's ready to go. It's always fresh to go as well. I'm surprised a lot of other places don't really do that yet, but hey, you know what? Little Caesars, I think, has perfected it. It's a pretty lovely situation. And when you can get your pizza as fresh as this is right now, every single time, you gotta love that, guys. Very lovely indeed. All right, so let's go for one more quickie bite on this one, because naturally the main part of this review has to be that Pepsi Pineapple action right there, and I'm very excited to give that a go. So one more bite and then we'll get into it, guys. Hang on. Yes, sir. Very tasty indeed. And as I'm beginning to sweat like crazy right now, this is almost kind of therapeutic because all these calories that I'm taking in, I feel like I'm sweating it out. So it is all good. But guys, take a look at the 16-ounce can. This is a lovely situation, a very cool collabo with Little Caesars and Pepsi. And again, now that we have this available nationwide, let's just say that is very, very awesome after a limited run back in 2020. So let's get into this one. And this can is still fairly cold right now as well. So let's pop the top, give this a go, 16 ounces.
Adult Pepsi pineapple.
Oh, that actually smells kind of fruity, believe it or not. And guys, one thing I really forgot to show you here on the side is I love the fact that they've got Little Caesar right over there. Check it out. You can see him right there on the side of the can. And of course, the very top has got the LC right there. Let's give this a go. Pepsi pineapple. My first time giving this a shot. Let's peep this out. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, to get my.
That is the pineapple flavor already, guys. That is actually very tasty. And then of course the Pepsi on the back end. The pineapple is a little bit more upfront. Sometimes you get the main soda as the initial, and then the flavor after. But as you're going into this, and as you're kind of breathing at the same time, if that makes any sense, you can kind of smell the aroma. You're tasting the pineapple. That's actually pretty tasty. Let's keep going in. That's actually not bad. It's not super sweet. Even though this has got 55 grams of sugar, 200 calories for the can, sodium 125, protein 0, obviously, but added sugars on this one. This is 110% of your daily need of added sugars, guys, so it's really crazy in terms of that, but it doesn't really taste ultra sweet, but it definitely has like the hint of pineapple on this one, and naturally it feels like an elevated version of Pepsi, just not as sugary, so I'm really digging that. Let's go for a few more on it. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I'm kind of surprised they don't have a zero version of this. I think that would even be just a little bit sweeter because the zero versions tend to be just a little sweeter anyway. So, guys, let me see if the color looks a little different on this one. And just to have a little fun with this here as well, I have got a skull glass here, clear. Let's give this a shot and pour in and see what we've got here. It looks like there is no difference in color as my little boy Bones over here is smiling at you. But as you can see, it looks like any other form of Coke that you've seen, Pepsi, regardless of the cola color, it's going to be the same. I'm sure it's going to be the same naturally as I'm drinking it from here. Let's keep going in. Same thing. But it's nice to know there is no difference in color. I think if they really wanted to do something different, it would have been nice to have like something kind of swirling in with it just a little bit. So as you're like moving it around in the cup or something like that, or even a clear can, clear plastic, or something along those lines to be just a little bit different, that would be kind of cool because they don't really do anything with the appearance of these drinks, I noticed. It's really just more of the flavor that they're engineering. So I would have liked to have seen something different, maybe like a clear Pepsi version, but with that pineapple action, that would have been kind of fun as well. Maybe something for later on Pepsi, if you're watching this, Little Caesars to maybe suggest it. That would be kind of cool. But still, you're getting a very cool can, very cool in terms of the presentation, and of course with the official marketing of Little Caesars. And yes, as you guys know, I'm definitely keeping this can. It's going to be going into the office for the studio. So very, very cool. So let's go for one more little quick sip of this here from my little bone cup, and then we'll wrap this overall review with the rating coming up next. Hang on one second. Well, not too shabby with the thin crust over here at Little Caesars. Regardless of your toppings of choice, you have a lot of tastiness to look forward to with this one, guys. I love the thin cracker-esque version of their thin crust over here. It's pretty nice in terms of calories, too. You don't really have to feel too bad about that if you eat more of this pizza than you think you should. But with the toppings of choice, in this case, pineapple and sausage, a very lovely combination. And, of course, it goes pretty beautifully with the main star of the show, really, the Pepsi pineapple flavor, exclusive to Little Caesars. I gotta say, guys, very cool with the collector can. I'm totally digging the marketing with this one. I think it works very well. And naturally, 16 ounces for a little over $2 roughly if you decide to buy the Solo Dolo. That's actually not bad at all. Very cool. Definitely worth checking out. A nice combo for summer. It's thin crust summer after all, right? Pretty tasty.
Try Pepsi pineapple and a pineapple parent combo only at Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza.
Alright, so as for the rating, I'm going to have to give the Pineapple Pear Combo, part of Thin Crust Summer over here at Little Caesars, a pretty awesome 9 out of 10. Guys, it really does deliver in terms of the value. I mean, this price point for the Thin Crust Pizza is pretty average to begin with. You're getting $6 to $7 in that range for that. And then naturally, for a couple of more dollars, you're getting a 16-ounce can of that limited flavor, exclusive to Little Caesars while the summer is rolling on. I gotta say, that works pretty nicely. And the flavor for that drink, I gotta say, is pretty tasty. Like I said, I wish it maybe appearance-wise it looked a little bit different, but at the same time, it does deliver in terms of the flavor. Those notes of pineapple are pretty much right there in the beginning, and overall the flavor is pretty good. And while it's not super sugary, believe it or not, the flavor, like I said, still continues the further you get into it. So pairing that up with your toppings of choice for this thin crust pizza, let's just say you've got a lot to look forward to, and I think the combination works pretty well. It is worth going in on, guys. Pretty tasty. Alright, so do me a quick favor like always. Drop those comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the Pepsi pineapple flavor exclusive to Little Caesars, because I know you're going to be giving this one a shot. It's the only place to find it, and it's definitely something to go in on. And when you do give it a go, and naturally when you pick up your thin crust pizza, which 2 toppings did you get? Drop those comments down below, and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Hey, thanks for checking out this review, guys.
And I'm gonna be telling you the video right there. So yeah, and that's the end of this reaction. And I hope you guys like this reaction. I hope you guys like it. And I hope you guys do like it. If you don't, then I don't care. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notification bells on for every time I upload. And share my videos and reaction videos and other videos on my channel to your friends and family. Also, if you want to choice, because I am making it. So yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to Ian K on Pizza. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet, subscribe if you haven't. And road to 3K subscribers. Hope we get that. And see you all for more banger content and more banger videos and more banger content. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Chipper Jordan signing out, and peace of Legends, and peace out, everyone.